I think it's really important that people be able to walk along these levees and kayak in the waterways and hunt and fish and jog and enjoy it. And I'm actually fairly confident that to the extent that we're able to build appreciation through use and interaction here, that we'll be able to keep this thing going. That there'll be the constituency, to keep it going.
Tourism and recreation depend on healthy oceans because if you have polluted waters or fish populations that aren't there or key habitats that people like to enjoy, like coral reefs that are not doing well, then tourism and recreation are clearly going to be affected by that. So a healthy ocean produces much greater output of the tourism and recreation that people want from oceans.
The idea was never just to open a hotel for kicks. It was more about finding a beautiful place that's still pristine. It just happens to be in the center of marine biodiversity in the world, and the idea was to build a place that actually partners tourism with conservation so that the two models work together and benefit each other.
Tourism, of course, also brings challenges. It brings development, and development can harm, for example, the fringing communities we've talked about. It can cause pollution, it can cause all kinds of things. But on the other hand, it's a source of revenue, jobs, wages, and can be a source of conservation stimulus as people see and wish to preserve the beauty of a place.
So the way that it actually benefits the community is the tourists come here to see these beautiful reefs, and that funds our tourism operation, but the tourism operation actually funds all of the conservation. So it was Missile Eco Resort itself that actually funded the no-take zone. So that came in the form of a lease payment to the local people. But there's also community projects, like we've established a kindergarten, we've built some libraries, sponsoring teachers as well. And then there are other added benefits, like of course employment. So we have 120 staff, most of which are from the local village. That's 120 people who have employment that's completely decoupled from extracting resources. And most of those people are not supporting only themselves, they're supporting an entire extended family. So I think the benefits they go pretty deep.
So if you want to have more tourism, you really should preserve nature, because nature is what people love, and nature is really the draw. And that's where the business opportunities come from, as guides, as equipment suppliers, hotels, of course, lodging, restaurants. All of that stuff is based on there being something interesting and unusual to see, and that is nature.